Hello YouTube, First Sergeant Payne here, and we're bringing you another League of Legends video. In this video I actually play Sona support, and my ADC is going to be a Vayne. Now, Vayne is one of my, I wouldn't say top ADCs I would choose, but she was one of my more favorite ADCs to play with. Now, in this video, I decide, why not play with somebody I kind of know. It is somebody that I met recently, and I figured give him a chance, party up, let's get it done. For my summoner spells, I take both Exhaust and Flash. The reason why I take Exhaust and Flash, Exhaust so that the ADC of the enemy team or the support can't get away, and as for the Flash, everybody knows you have to Flash ult with Sona for the best plays. Now, in this video, I actually don't get very many of those plays where I flash ult, get the 5-man feed. No, it doesn't work like that. We actually get some decent plays through just strategic playing, even though there were a few, errors on our side, and by a few, I mean quite a few in bot lane, where I got a little bit cocky, poked a little bit too hard, tried keeping him off the tower, got shit on, or Vayne not paying attention and runs to the middle of the lane and just gives them a free kill. Now, keeping all this in mind, I do start out with Spell Thief and 3 biscuits. The Spell Thief is a must on Sona. Every time you poke, you gain an incredible amount of gold. Not as much, of course, if you are farming, but you can sit there and poke with Spell Thief if you pick your Q first. I managed to get my W, for the survivability in lane and the sustain for my ADC. Now, I actually accidentally auto-attacked here, so I do turn off my auto-attack, and I just kind of keep an eye on Vayne. I realize we don't have anybody bot, so they have to be leashing, and so I decide, I'm going to go ahead and ward this bush so they don't get, the surprise poke on us. Now, I see Lulu coming out of River, and she comes out of our jungle, which means they had to have been taking our red, I'm assuming, due to the fact that they don't have, well, we don't have a jungle with the smite on our team. Our jungle messed up, picked a cat, and decided she was going to take, I believe, Flash Ignite, and kind of goofed. But I do think she was managing to play dual top because they were in a queue together. But as you can see, I do manage to dodge Lulu's, I believe that's her Q. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I do manage to dodge her ability. I get a poke off on MF, make her eat a potion. I'm trying to get that health pretty low. This way she's got at least back and give us some pushing time. Now here I try to get a decent amount of feed off. I end up popping the flash so I don't die. And I spam my biscuits and pop as much heal as I can. Go ahead and get the Q. And I believe Vayne gets the kill here. We try to go in on the Lulu, and Lulu gets away because she doesn't stop fucking running. I was actually hoping she was going to get cocky and stay to fight Vayne, but I decided to ward over the wall here and pop the Q, get the easy hit, but she hit the blast cherry and escaped by the skin of her fucking teeth. Granted, if she would have stayed, she would have been condemned to the wall, and it would have been GG for her. Now, I believe this bush is warded. I'm not too sure. I got like a 10% chance that it's warded, but I noticed the minions aren't attacking me, so I figured, hey, wait it out in here, wait for Lulu to come back, pop the Q with the power cord, get the massive poke, Vayne gets to condemn, that's another kill. So I just kind of hang back a little bit. I notice MF returns to lane, and the condemn happens into the wall. Now, granted, if I would have stayed in the bush, this would have been a nasty play. And I believe I do save Vayne by the skin of her teeth by eating the auto attacks and just kind of keeping them off of her. Oh no, this is actually where we both die. No, I get a kill here from tower. I die. Next time I come back to lane, trying to pull the same kind of trick that I pulled here, but it didn't work. And, I ended up giving him a kill. Now, on my first back, I look at my gold, realize I don't have that much, so I figured get Frost Fang, and I was going with the red crystal, the ruby crystal, but then I decided, boots are probably more of the necessity at this point in time in the game. Granted, seeing that they have so much slow, and I'm not really able to get away from them. So no boots means easy death for me. Now, I was actually just hovering over my passive to see if Crescendo did anything special with my passive. Turns out it does not, and it's been the same as it's always been. Now, Sona having a rework could be quite an advantage if Riot ever decided to do so. And if they did rework her, I would suggest, you know, maybe buffing her W just a little bit, because even though her heal is a little bit overpowered late game, early game, it's not the best. And it's really mana, I wouldn't say mana heavy, but it's kind of useless unless you max your W first. And everybody has different opinions on which abilities to max first and what order you max them. I try to max my W first, but when it's a lane like this, I always go with my Q being maxed first, because I want the damage off as fast as possible to give the ADC to kill. If I can do all the damage, ADC comes in and one hits, that's fine, I did my job. If I manage to get the kill, you know, it's a different story. Shit happens, I apologize, we get over it, it doesn't matter, bot lane's getting fed. I know this bush is warded, but I keep just trying to go into it to try to get them as close as I can to the wall while Vayne's on that other side. Now here, I believe I do get a little bit cocky here. I was trying to bait out Lulu's little pixie thing, her fucking blowfish, I'm assuming that is. So I was trying to get the blowfish out, and I was trying to pretty much cost her the rest of her mana that she has left. But I know she can still see me here because she keeps targeting me, and this is where I get cocky, as does the Vayne. And I realize my mana is really, really, really low. I know I have mana regen, but it is not up to par where I need it to be, and I should have pinged, but both now went MIA. So I kind of step back here, trying not to face check a bush and overextend myself and cause myself a free kill. I take W for the second level up. Kind of just pace around the minions here, kill some time, see how much my W is healing for. Decide to face check it anyways since I have my ADC. If I face check it with the ADC, Condemn can put her under the wall. I am watching Kennen in lane, and I realize Kennen's not going to get it, and I saw it after the armor break had happened already once, and when it came to the second time, I realized you're shit out of luck with no energy. But that being said, I do have my mana pretty much all the way back up due to my masteries, which I am running 18 on Cunning, and I believe I'm running the other 9 on Third Tree. I could not tell you the name of it because I don't look at them that often, and I don't read. I just know which ones to click on, and I get on with my life. Now here bot went back, which opens us a little bit of a window to push this tower, get some damage done, and try to get this lane as far forward as possible before they come back, or before their enemy jungle decides to show up and fist fuck us in the ass. Being said, I have 1 kill, and I believe I gave Vayne a kill. So I'm trying to get my ADC as fed as possible, but he may be a little bit new to Vayne, even though he does have, I believe, a mass 5 with Vayne. He's just not, he's not that up to par with his reflexes. And this polymorph keeps getting the best of him, which I understand that is the point of a support, especially a Lulu support, is to pop polymorph pretty much as possible and keep the ADC useless and zoned. Now here, I kind of try to get her to kite the wall, and you'll see that in a minute. Right here, I get her to kite the wall, and I am able to hit the ult on her. I get the double ult, get Vayne a kill, hit Vayne with the shield, pop the Q, get as much damage off. I should have flashed exhaust, but I didn't think about it because the minions, and I did not want to get caught in her tower with the slow and get followed up by her crit. because I had no mana, which means I have no heal, which means I have no poke power. Now here, if I would have stayed back, this would have been a kill, but he canceled his own attack by clicking too much. I guess he got a little bit excited here. Shit happens. Now it looks like Kennen's not doing very well mid lane. He seems to be being worked over by the Yoss, which I can say I could see it coming, but at the same time, you're Kennen. You just kind of fucking turn into a lightning ball and dash behind a motherfucker, pop your ult, and call it a day. You get the stun, hit the Q, and you're definitely getting a kill with Kennen. Even triple kills, quadra kills, pentakills are easily obtainable with the Kennen. Now, I don't know how her ult got canceled there because she could have easily ate Vayne, but I think maybe she clicked when she ulted and realized I fucked up. Now here, we're both trying to back. I should have backed under tower in the first place instead of teasing him, but I just try to back with the ADC, so we go back at the same time, come back at the same time. Everything's taken care of. You know, nobody's sitting in lane by themselves, but you'll see in a little bit he does end up getting in lane by himself. And as you can see, I just bought Sheen. Now, the reason for me buying Sheen is one of the most overpowered items on Sona. Sheen's basic ability hit, or the passive it gets when you use an ability, your next basic attack does bonus damage. You stack that with Sona's passive itself, with the power chord. Now, if you hit a Q and you're basic attacking an enemy, Sheen stacks with the passive of Sona's Q. Q also gives bonus magic damage for the next basic attack dealt. That being said, you have quite a bit of early game damage with just your Q. So this is why a lot of people like to max their Qs early. As you can see, I did do a third of her health in one Q. That is due to the Sheen and the passive. Now here, Vayne wards. Yoss burnt Ignite. I'm actually watching Yoss shit on Kennen right now, and I'm pretty sure Yoss gets the kill. Now I have my ult up, and I'm letting Vayne know, get ready. Here it comes, because as soon as I hit these bitches with an ult, we're going to do some shit. But I get pretty much fucked here, because that cost me my flash. So I can no longer flash ult, but I can hit the ult here. I get the assist. Feed another kill to the Vayne. Vayne gets the second kill. So I believe that is 3 kills to Vayne. She's got 4 total, but it's 3 kills. And really, we're just kind of stomping bot lane early this game. Now things start to change. I wouldn't say for the worse, but it does put a little bit of a plateau in our gameplay in the next upcoming segment or few minutes of the game. Being that we don't have a jungle, we don't have people to really get Dragon. So Dragon was taken, first Drake was taken really easily by their jungle, Vi, and Vi has no competition. She has free roam of full jungle. Granted, we could have gone and taken care of Red and Gronks, and we could have done that since there is no jungle. We could have at least stopped her from getting it and gotten more gold, but that wasn't the case here, and it's a little disappointing when you don't have a jungle. Can I say I was disappointed in the outcome of the game? Absolutely not, because looking at the map, we do have top tower push pretty far, and this is where I said Yoss overextended really far, or not Yoss, Vayne. Vayne overextended really far by not paying attention, and just kind of ran out into the middle of nowhere. And the reason why I keep saying Yoss is, well, I'm looking back at Yoss every few seconds, and he just played Yoss last game, so my mind's kind of still stuck there. And as you can see here, I get shit on. Lulu pops the ult and saves MF's ass. I really thought I was going to get that kill off on her, but I completely forgot to take an account that Lulu has not used her ult yet, since she's been level 6. And that was kind of a boosted move on my part, and I should have paid a little bit more attention to that, but I didn't. And, you know, it cost us, well, it cost me a death.
An ally has been slain.
As well as, well, a longer time to get back to lane. Now, I do get my sight stone here, and I wanted to wait. There we go. now I have my full Eye of the Mountain. I needed the cooldown percentage because I really wanted to get off as much of these heals as I can. Now, as you can see, Vayne got caught out by herself. She went on a 1v2, got cocky with the Lulu, and got shit on. She should have rolled into the other bush and then condemned her back, ran out, kiting the wall, popped ult, engaged, got the kill. But like I said, he got a little bit cocky there and did cost himself a decent play. Now I'm warding up and I'm making sure both Tri-Bush and Lower River Bush is warded because I'm sitting here in lane by myself. A support by themselves is always a bad idea because you can get caught out very easily. And you don't want to be out by yourself at any given time without an ADC if you cannot deal substantial amount of damage. I can deal damage to champions, but I cannot 1v1 a champion at level 8 yet. At level 13, level 14, Sona can definitely 1v1 a champion if she has her ult up. She does damage with the Q, you let them chase, you keep popping the Q, the heal, the E. When you get them about a quarter of their health to maybe half their health, you pop the ult, pop the Q with the passive stack, and wipe them out for all their health. So I try to do it when they're at a quarter health. Now if we're engaging, I always use the ult on the engaged because normally they are grouped during the engage, and that does give for the easy kill and the easy setup for great plays. Now here I just kind of make sure Vayne steals healed while she steals the enemy jungle. Now I need blue, Vayne knows I need blue, and it's a great thing to have on Sona because the mana regen is retarded with Sona as long as you have that blue buff. And I'm sure Vayne wanted it, but I wasn't going to give up an easy blue like that, especially when I have much more use for it than she does. And as you can see, coming up here, Vayne decides she's going to go Rift Scuttle versus coming to take out Yas, which I understand why. Cat's fed, and I missed my ult here, which I got upset about. I even flashed, dodged the tornado, which I would say was good to dodge the tornado because he couldn't have got the ult on me, but he would have been dead anyways. And I burnt both flash and my ult for no reason, which was horrible and completely boosted on my end. Now I'm trying to get back here to Vayne because I feel like he's getting cocky and he's starting to push a little bit farther than he needs to as far as being close to this TK. Though TK is not fed, TK is a lot more tanky and hits for health percentage. And with MF coming up, it's a really gross combo waiting to happen, and I'm not wanting to watch my ADC die. Now here, I did tell Vayne to engage, but I did not realize Cat was not going to follow up here. Cat actually ran, and as you can see, she was on the other side of the blue wall and ran, but we tried for the kill. Vayne just barely missed the kill, but Cat did go for the triple, which was great on her part, but did leave the ADC and I hanging because she did ping that she was going in, but it turns out she changed her mind, and I was like 2 seconds behind there because I was really expecting her to go over the wall, come in, wipe out their existence, and then go back in. Didn't happen. But as you can see, Cat's popping double daggers everywhere and shitting on people left and right. Now here I'm torn between getting Luden's Echo, Lich Bane, or getting the Grail. I figured if I get the Grail, I have more mana regen or more mana given back per assist, which being a support, you really need that. I don't try to go for kills as a Sona. They just kind of happen whenever you pop your Q. I don't know what it is about Sona, but Sona's Qs kind of take like a second to kick in. So even when you're trying to get them down to low health and they are already at low health, sometimes you do walk away with a kill and you're not meaning to. So we go ahead and secure Rift Scuttle, get the ward, and then we realize, oh, there's a Vi overextended in mid lane. I have ult ready, so I'm actually trying to come in on this Vi close enough, and I realize I'm chasing her a little bit too far and I might be getting myself set up. So I pop the Warden Bush, get an eyes view over there. This way, you know, we're not walking into death ourselves. And then I notice Infernal's up. So I start pinging to get Infernal. And I realize, you know, there's a lot of wards here. We're kind of set up. I do get some good damage I missed the ult yet again, which is 2 for 2 this game. Well, I wouldn't say 2 for 2. I've hit 2 ults and missed 2 ults. So I got a 50% hit rate right now, which is really bad with skill shots. To be an upper tier player, you really need the like 100% hit rate, 80% hit rate. But I do goof, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm only a bronze 2. I'm not a great player by any means compared to some of these other people. I'm an average player, and I just kind of know what I'm doing with some champions. Now, I did watch LeBlanc outplay the fuck out of, I believe that was Vi. So, LeBlanc should have, well, I wouldn't say she shouldn't have gone for that dive, because she definitely knows what she's doing. But I believe she dies here, or gets out by the skin of her teeth here. But I tried healing her over the wall. No, she gets out here. I tried getting her over the wall with the heal. It doesn't work. I realize I don't have my ult up yet, so I can't do any really good plays. So I just kind of hit the tower, dodge the tongue, pop another Q, heal, and then I keep trying to spam my Qs on everybody. I get the damage reduction on MF, and I die here. I got flashed on by a TK who did not get the last hit, which was great. But I believe this is where things start to change up here. Because I'm 1-3-8. I actually started to pick up some kills, not really trying to. And there goes LeBlanc for the other kill. Payne is split pushing somewhere up top, and she could be down here assisting the team, but I can't blame her. Though the ADC needs to be in every team fight, she was just trying to make sure we have an easy and open route into their base, seeing that we did take 2 inhib towers and their inhibs are still up. Now here I'm just kind of running with the cat, because I understand cat's fed, and as long as I keep a good heal on cat, then we're good. And this is what I mean by I start to pick up. I land the stun, pop the Q, and I just kind of wipe him out. Now I hit the blast cherry to kind of meet up with Vi. I hit Vi, and we ended up wiping out Vi. I steal the kill yet again. I wouldn't say intentionally, but I was trying to save Kennen. And it was really, I was spamming abilities, and the only ones that do damage is Q. The other ones only do damage once they stack. On your basic attack, it's the passive. And here I was a little bit confused on why they weren't getting minions off the tower, so I just kind of stayed to push these off as much as possible. I did like how they took care of the Yas, and Lulu went running for her life and ends up way up here. As you can see, LeBlanc chased a little bit too far and gets surprised. Seriously surprised. And ends up not getting the kill due to the shield. Though I did see her assuming she was going to get the kill, and MF just ate me for half my health. So I decided to get the heal, and I die again here instantly. Cat only gets 1 kill, then gets shut down by the Vi. And see, this is where our team is. We're all kind of getting a little bit cocky with our plays. We realize their team's not all that great, and they seem to be having some communication issues, because they're kind of doing what our team's doing. As you can see, Payne is bot lane all by herself, pushing lane where she would have been needed where the team fight was at. And it could have been a very beneficial play with Payne being there. But like I said, things do happen. People do make mistakes. And Payne is just doing her job, split pushing. As an ADC, she's trying to clear out, push each wave as far as it can go. Now here LeBlanc gets a great play on the Os. The wind wall was no use there. We go ahead. We chase here just to find out where they went. LeBlanc dashes through. I ward. I missed that ward because I kept pressing the wrong button, and as you can see, I pop my ult, trying to ward because I have my T and my R. R is ult, T is my ward, at least for the item, and I goofed. That happens. So I just kind of come up here and get some extra gold. I know I'm a support. I shouldn't be taking minions, whatever the case is, but it's alright. Everything's fair in love and war. I'm actually just trying to help push this as much as possible. And we decide we're going to go ahead and get Baron. Now, we should not try to get Baron with only 2 people, maybe even only 3 with Kennen being top. But I just go ahead and set up some wards just so we don't kind of get bum rushed and surprised. But we do stop taking Baron here because, well, Vayne gets wiped out and they're right around the corner. Death is imminent and we just back off just a minute there. Now, Kennen manages to shit on Yoss top lane, so I didn't get to see the plays. But I do kind of try to keep LeBlanc alive for as much as possible. I see Cat's going in. Cat gets wiped out because of the polymorph. I can't do that much, so I hit the double stun and run away. And they try chasing, but they couldn't get the slow. Now, this is probably the funniest part of the video. Spoiler alert, Vi scares the shit out of me. Now watch. She went in bush. She's shitting. So I come in there to face check it, throw a ward. As soon as I throw the ward, as you can see, my mouse jumped. I literally jumped out of my seat. It surprised the absolute hell out of me because I expected her to go top, not just run and go sit in bush. And all I did was to go pop a ward. I didn't even try face checking it. And I got a good startle. I'm not going to lie. I got a really good startle off of that. So, Vi, hats off to you. I normally don't get scared from shit, but that scared the shit out of me. It's a decent jump scare. Especially when I was really into it, and I just got out by the skin of my teeth, and then you just ruined my whole day here. Now, back at base, I don't know what Cat's doing, but Cat pretty much gave them the free kill. She doesn't realize that Polymorph is one of the most OP and broken CCs in this game. It makes you completely useless for 2.5 seconds. And I mean completely fucking useless. I steal the kill with the ult, get another kill with the Q, and I know what my damaging capabilities are, so I get the really, really decent chase here. And I'm pretty sure the only one that doesn't make it out, actually I think they both make it out right here, because we stopped chasing. And I know I'm doing a lot of damage to TK, but as you can see, Miss Fortune gets a little bit cocky here. She says, I'll just keep going and going. But she doesn't realize that we do have some structure as a team. Even though 2 of them are pre-made, 1 of them is on his own, and the other 2 of us, Vayne and I, are also pre-made. So we decided to go ahead and take Baron, finish what we started earlier. I try to get Baron to stop focusing me, just keep the heals on everybody really. I step away from his little abilities he uses. And I keep spamming between W and Q, but I try to keep, W going more because my mana's low. And I just do Q for the extra damage when it gets low, just to make sure nobody steals it. I recall, then notice the enemies are everywhere around us. I wrap it up, get Lich Bane, go ahead and get the Whisper. Now, or the Wisp, whatever it is. Aether Wisp. And I come back, I tell them, hey, look, guys, Dragon's up, we might need to come get this. But then I kind of see what's happening in our base, and it's not looking too good because we goof here and we don't push the wave out far enough. We kind of let the wave push itself with a super minion. Now, that being said, super minions will push your wave retardedly and ruin your life. Now right here, I come in, I get the Q, don't get a kill, love the assist, I don't care. Now I outstep this, hit the ult, go ahead and pop some heals, we get the great exchange, go ahead and hit another Q. That's fine, I didn't get the kill. Doesn't matter, if you look at my assist, 5-5-13, and I do manage on getting an S- in this game. And the only person to actually get an S in this game, believe it or not. Though I'm not playing a very good support, I'm doing a good enough job to get the S-, and I honestly think it's only because I stole kills. And I was not meaning to. And right here I should have bat versus pinging, but I don't have that good of wave clear. But because nobody listened, it actually cost us our other Nexus tower. And I didn't realize nobody was going to back until I started. But I kind of quickly rushed straight to it. And Vayne kind of runs right by, not paying attention. He's just clicking somewhere else. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And, the extra 2 seconds he could have been helping could have saved that tower. Granted, it would have had no health, but it would have been enough to shoot off the other minions if we could kind of freeze them there for a second. But seeing that we have no Nexus towers now, we're missing one inhib. We have no inhib towers on the bottom half and the mid section of the base. We're kind of getting a little bit worried here that the loss is right around the corner. But I kind of still had a little bit of hope, being that I believe Payne is 8. No, Payne's 15, same as me. And I was really hoping we could get Payne to 18. And that would only take a couple of dragons and maybe some jungle camps. And she'd have been sitting high and mighty at level 18, which would have been beautiful for late game. She could have just hyper carried, ran through everybody. But turns out we didn't need it. And I do notice this blue ward that's up here, and it just got placed, so there had to be somebody around the corner, and another blue ward was placed. So we backed up. I'm kind of getting shit on here. I run, I hit the stun, and we end up getting another great double play. I end up getting the assist on Lulu. I get the kill on Yas, get another assist here. I'm telling you, the Sheen, along with the passive on Sona, is retardedly broken and one of the most beautiful things of ever playing this support. Now, a Thresh support, I believe is a little bit different because he does have that wind up or that color change on the hook where he does, I believe, true damage it is when he deals so much damage, and it can be really nasty. So it all depends on who you're more comfortable playing as a support. Now, as for me, I don't like playing hook champions because I'm not very good with skill shots. So I play the easy peasy, let me wreck your day Sona because she's one of the cheapest supports. Now here, we just go ahead and wrap it up. We know the game's over. We're just kind of coming on here, shitting on Yas, mutilating everybody and base, humiliating him, and taking the Nexus. Now, thanks for watching. Subscribe, like the video, and stay tuned for more. This is First Sergeant Payne, and we're out of here.